Hello everybody, it's 12:30 in the morning, it's cold, and we're in the office for one very special reason. So we're finally unwrapping this guy. So I actually don't even remember when I got these, if this was the very first container I ever did, or if it was the one that I did by my... I think it was the first container I did by myself. And we got these cabs. The boards on them didn't work. We are actually not supposed to get them at all. And now they have been sitting for what would be at least 2.5 years or so unused. So as of last night, we got this up and running. So I have finally, for the first time, I put the PCB into the cab here, and we're turning it on, and we're gonna have the game running. So I'm very excited about this. I'm not gonna unwrap it all the way, but I'm gonna unwrap it enough so that we can see the screen and the control panel, because this is gonna sit in storage for a while, at least until I'm not gonna be able to do a network test to make sure that they link with each other, because as you can see, the others are kind of packed back there. And I've got empty space here in the warehouse, but it's about to be filled with everything on the next few containers, because we're starting to pack the space in. So at the very least, we're going to test that one of them works, and then later on we'll come back. I've got the official router here, and we're going to do some testing. We're just basically going to play test the game. I want to see what's available. I'm pretty sure, like, there's still stuff in Japan that's locked behind network, or locked behind, like, you have to unlock on your card. But we'll see. I don't remember exactly which they are. I think it's some of the characters, like Golden Frieza or something like that, is locked. So get this control panel accessible. So yeah, this is Dragonball Zenkai Battle Royale, which has been running since I started the company, and was still running as of October 2019 when I was in Japan. I believe it's still running. I don't know for sure, but the game version hasn't changed, and PCBs have started to pop up on Yahoo Japan, so I think that it might be near or at end of life. So anyway, here we have it. We got it running. God, that's loud. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Oh, well, the volume adjust on this is not attached to whatever the volume is. So let's go into the test menu here, and let's go sound test. It's probably in here. Oh, yeah, so volume. So let's turn that down to 5 for now. All right, and then exit is start, or not. Is start not hooked up? Earlier we did check, and apparently this joystick has been disconnected all these years. Start button doesn't seem to be working. So let's see, what's the other? There's got to be another exit. Yeah, no, start button's not working. Let me try jumping them. I don't know if I even can get this to jump from here. It might be a wiring issue too. There we go. So yeah, it did work. Maybe this switch is bad then, because I did manage to jump the wires to get it to start, or maybe it was just not connected well. So let's go to test, or input test, before we start the game and check it out. So switch test, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the joystick directions. Now let's test this button here.
Nope.
Yeah, so this switch might... Oh! It's just very sensitive. It's weird. Okay.
Very bad sensitive.
Yeah, no, it might be... I don't know if it's the... No, it's got to be internal to the switch, because I'm here. If you look, I'm holding... If I hold it up, Actually, no, it's not activating now either. But if I hold it in a certain position, it activates. I don't think it's this terminal. I don't have, I didn't bring pliers with me. I'm gonna see if I can't make this terminal crimp a little bit harder. And we can at least get it in position to, like, start a game. If anything, I'll leave the control panel open and we'll manually trigger it. I don't have pliers right now, so hopefully that helps a little bit. It's definitely this top one, though. And it feels physical. It feels like there's, like, physically, the internal switch isn't making a connection. Okay, it seems to be okay for now, but I'll make a note. We are definitely going to have to replace that before we actually put this into service. But yeah, anyway, those are simple things that you know, not having to do with cabs often. See if it still works. Yep. 3. What was that?
1 and 2.
Okay, so that's good. Weve got exit, and we will start up the game, and we'll see what we've got.
Add credit, add credit.
Add credit? Okay, I'll add credit. Let's see. Oh, did the volume? Oh, no, it's just louder. Yeah, okay, good save. It's just still really loud. One thing that I've noticed, and this is for like a lot of games, whenever I bring them out to shows, you end up setting the volume. If it goes like 1 to 20, a lot of these go 1 to 20. I'll set the volume to like 14 at a show or something. You bring it home and you turn it on, and you can hear it from like out back behind the garage. It's so loud, and you end up turning it down to 4. So like when you're in an arcade, you actually don't realize how loud the machines actually are. Anyway, but yeah, like when you're at home. Anyway, so here we go. Let's start a game, and we'll see what is available, because this is actually the first time we've tested it. Because before this, I hooked it up to the Velix Diamond Black, and just to see that it worked. But since, and I'll point it out after this, that this doesn't use JVS, and JVS actually doesn't work at all. So we can't access the customized shop because we don't have a network. So we'll go battle. Okay. And it's looking like it's forcing us straight into a tutorial match, I guess. So there may need to be some work done to get more of the game available, but at least we have it and it's playable. I'm not sure what anything does. I'm just going to button mash for a while. I played this a little bit when I was in Japan, but not much. So it looks like we got our... Oh, it's actually written here. So like button 3 is our jump and dash button. We've got our target switch button here, our guard button here, and then 2 attack buttons. And it looks like I have a jump gauge down here. Okay, so let's see if it lets us do more than that after this, but again, I wouldn't be surprised actually if it didn't. A lot of games without their network support let you do almost nothing. So there you go, I got a Battle Rank S for mashing buttons in no particular order. Okay, so there we go. I guess now, this is just our story mode, then it's adventure mode here. And I guess obviously there's no versus match, so we'll see how that works once we test the linking. And I might come back and do a video on that later. So I'll do one more match, and then I'll point out what I was mentioning inside the tab. So this looks like a 4v4. So that's the thing about this game, is it's supposed to be a 2-on-2 or a Battle Royale style game. This looks like it's 1v3. Oh. We got these two duking it out over here. Let's go play with them. Oh my god. I don't know what that was, but... Oh. Oh, they're hella getting it offline here. Okay, so I should probably actually use my guard. So he seems... I don't know. Okay, there we go. You still have time. I'll beat you up. Oh no, this is a 2v2. I didn't realize Gohan's on my side. Okay, here we go. Just wondering why. I don't know what other kind of moves you can do since there's only 2 attack buttons. I'll probably look into it later, but... Okay, and there we go. I guess that's that. Okay. But, yeah, so I guess offline it's just going to give us the, like, adventure mode to play through, which is... I mean, it's cool in its own respect, so, there's that. But, I definitely want to look into getting matching working. So let's see what it gives us now. Battle rank B. Okay. Okay, so I guess there's more. I guess it's, you know, anyway, it'd probably let you go through the entire story. So let's come on down here, real quick, and, oops, get this wrap out of the way. So the thing that we ended up, and I tested this on the Vuelix as well, just to see. There is a JVS port here, but it does not work. I hooked up to the cab and it didn't do anything. I wonder if it might need a specific JVS port, so I'm thinking about trying this inside of a Noir as well to see what happens. So here, this is kind of standard. It's got the PS3 AV out going straight into the PCB, and then we're actually using HDMI for video. It's got the normal audio connectors there, but the important thing is right here, it's using these connectors for input, and those just go straight up here, and where'd I put those keys? That'll lift if you can. There we go. So that just comes straight up. Oh, you can't even see it. But it just comes straight up back here into the control panel. So it's just direct input. And I don't think that a lot of cabs have the same wiring like that. So you can't really hook it up to anything unless you make a custom harness for it. So I think this will only work in the Blancs without some work. But yeah, so I think that's really all I've got to say about the cab. The one thing I remember I always check with cabs is we'll take a look at the coin counter. This one is 64,862, which is pretty high. But the cab doesn't. I mean, the cab's in pretty decent shape, I think. Besides, it still puzzles me like how some of these games get so much play, like 64,000 plays, and the Noir isn't the Noir isn't necessarily that old, but still somehow in there this has had a very long life, which, anyway, very neat. Let me close this up real quick and So yeah, that's the whole cab. The marquee is nicely backlit. So it has the side light channel going through it there. And yeah, no, it's just really exciting after 2.5, 3 years, we finally have this up and running. So yeah, really looking forward to having events back so we can bring this out and let people try out this unique game that as far as I know has never gotten a console or a home release of any kind. That's Zenkai Battle Royale. I hope you enjoyed checking this out, and we will see you next time in the next video. Okay, now that I got my friend playing, I actually realized what all the moves are now that I'm watching him play. So down here, I think over time, it looks like you're charging up these bars. And so like there's 2, there's 3, and now you can use Kamehameha, and that's the button combination for it. So it's the attack 3 times. And that's how you do Kamehameha. And then, so yeah, and then the other ones are like back press or something like that. Those are all the different moves that you can use on the character that you're on. And then there's some description of it here on this. I mean, I didn't bother reading this, but yeah, in game at least that's what that is. I just wanted to point that out before, since I just noticed that like immediately. All right, now we're out for good. See you next time.